warm welcome to all of you and a heartfelt namaste. I, Anuradha Sharda, am thankful to all of you for seeing our videos, for writing in your comments and your suggestions, and for liking the videos too. Thank you so much. Today we are with Sir. Sir, a warm welcome and pranam to you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, what are we going to learn from you today? It's always an experience talking to you because we learn so much.
What I am going to talk today is the topic of our upcoming next webinar.
Right, sir.
That is D30.
Right, sir.
And D30 very commonly ignored. People do not refer to it.
Right.
Maybe because Parasharji has written Trishansh ke Arishta Phalam.
Right.
That Trishansh is the chart of misfortune.
Right.
But they don't read in between the lines that wherever Parasharji used the word happiness, it means unhappiness also.
The synonyms follow suit.
Yes. Here, if he says it is a chart of misfortune, then it must show fortune also.
Yes.
That we will learn in our
Class.
webinar. There are two types of D30 commonly given.
Right.
People use Parashar D30 normally, and then they say only 5 planets, 5 signs will be occupied. The sign of sun and moon are never occupied.
Right. In the cyclic.
In Parashar.
Parashar, yes.
And since it is a misfortune, so they take everything, every planet as misfortune in D30 and ignore it.
Right.
There is another chart which is cyclical or Varanasi D30. I don't know why Jagannath Hora has given the name Ayyar Trishamsha.
Right.
Because this Varanasi D30 is being printed for a long time in Varanasi Panchangs.
Okay, sir.
And more appropriately, it is a cyclical Trishamsha.
Right.
That we will discuss when we do our webinar.
Right.
So, as you said, for today, I will try to talk some basic points which are circulated about Trishamsha reading. 2-3 points are there. Wherever you will find a mention of Trishamsha chapter, you will find first thing they say that planets in 8th house are the cause of misfortune which you carried from your past birth.
Okay.
The planets placed there. Second point they say, the planets in Lagna is the misfortune creator or misfortune creator of this life.
So he's not yet born. I mean, he's just born. How can
You're born with a horoscope. So it may be, it is a forewarning that these are the planets. Otherwise, misfortunes, that fellow has not created up till now anything. Then thirdly, they say, planets in 10th house are the misfortunes created by your actions, by your karmas.
Right.
So, bhaiya, what is the difference between the misfortune of Lagna and misfortune of 10th?
Hmm.
So the meaning, the correct meaning is not conveyed.
Hmm.
What I am trying to do today is to convey the meaning. They are right. They are right. But I am thinking a step ahead.
Hmm.
See, eighth house of Trisham is the house of misfortune, the biggest misfortune. Eighth house is the house of misfortune of any divisional chart. Okay,
Yes.
agreed. But who is the doer?
Right. Hmm.
Like in our all videos we have done, all divisional chart,
Hmm.
that the lord of the house is the manager, is the karta. He
Right.
is the doer.
Yes. Yes.
So my first point is to see where this eighth lord has gone.
Hmm.
That is the creator of your misfortunes of past life.
This is a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful dictum.
So we have to check the eighth lord.
Hmm.
Whatever is the association, whom this fellow eighth lord is afflicting,
Hmm.
what is the basic signification of that.
Hmm.
All that is your past life carryover.
Hmm. Hmm.
Then we check the 10th lord
Hmm.
instead of planet in 10th.
Hmm.
He is the doer of your karmas.
Hmm. Hmm.
He is the
Yeah.
doer of your karmas.
Yes. Yes.
And wherever that fellow goes, that is the field he will do, he will play. Like in my classes here, that day class in the webinar also, my some Delhi students, they said, yes sir, you always say, planet जहाँ है, वहीं कबड्डी खेलेगा.
Yes. And I've also heard you say that many a time.
Yes,
Wherever the planet is, that is the place where
that
he
is the
will
play field of
be.
the planet.
Yes.
So these 2 points I wanted to make. And this 10th Lord, wherever it is placed, can you correct it? That is the planet to be taken care of.
Hmm. This is a beautiful thing. This is a
Yes,
very beautiful thing.
there you should improve yourself and avoid those pitfalls
Very beautiful, sir.
to come out of arishta in the present life due to your karmas.
Very.
But many a times it is not possible, Anuradha. Person keeps on doing the same thing without thinking because he has not learned astrology.
Sir, a beautiful point. That is what I wanted to ask. Sir, so when people come to us for remedial measures, for corrective measures, they generally ask for a remedy. And if you tell them to do something, it is a little difficult. But what you
Yeah.
are trying to convey here, or what are you saying directly, is that a person has to work hard on certain set of karmas relating to that planet,
Yes.
and then your life will become better.
Where that 10th Lord is being spoiled. By whom?
Yes.
What is his status? That will decide.
This is very.
Here, the planet in debilitation is better. He has no ego. He will listen to others and he can correct it. Strong planet, he cannot be easily corrected.
Yeah, because he's set in his way.
Yes.
So let's take a prominent chart, sir, to see how it's working.
Okay, we can.
So we take the chart of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. D30.
Okay. Okay, D30. We read only D30.
Right, sir.
Okay. So our first point was 8th house.
Right.
Now 8th house has got no planet. That means this person did not carry any past karmas. How it is possible? Our total astrology is based
On past life karmas.
on past life karma, and it is a continuation. So that is why we see the Lord. Now just see this Lord. This Lord is debilitated. No resistance. Then it is with Rahu. It is with Mars.
12th Lord.
Mars is the Lord of 12th. And Moon is aspecting Jupiter. Jupiter is Lagna and 4th. So these are my past karma pitfalls where I am carrying my bad karmas. Expenditure, foreign, all these things, hospitals, 12th house.
Right, sir.
Moon is afflicted.
Right.
It is with Mars. Anger, very strong.
Right, sir. With Rahu.
Aspecting Jupiter. Jupiter is 4th and Lagna Lord.
Right.
Selfishness. 4th, land, people, character, all these things. They come here.
Right, sir.
Okay. So that is my past life karmas, which are troubling me. It is with Rahu.
Right, sir.
With Mars and Jupiter, self. So Moon is badly afflicted.
Yes.
Okay. Then we come to the 10th Lord. People will say planet Venus is there in 10th house. So karma due to Venus. No. Why? You are creating karma. That is the Lord. You are the doer. Lord is Mercury. Mercury is in 7th house. With 9th Lord.
Sun.
9th Lord Sun. Sun is your father. Religion. That is also hurt by your karmas. The 7th house is your opposition. Means or colleagues.
Right.
Those who work with you or work against you.
Right.
They are the ditching people. They will ditch you. You are doing karmas with them. Mercury's playfield is your partners in your karmas. You are playing with them, creating a Rajyo, 9th and 10th Lord.
Right.
Very strong. So these karmas, under the pressure of this Mars, Sun, and a position of Mercury, you could not understand and could not change it. There your karmas were concentrated. 7th house is your partners. This is a misfortune or fortune chart. So your partners in fortune or in misfortune.
Right. Sir, just
There you are playing.
Sir, I just want to ask one thing. Sir, you had some time ago just mentioned that the Venus, a debilitated planet is not bad because it will not give you the ability to do wrong there.
No.
Strong only.
It does not give ego.
Does not give ego. So he, as such, to begin with, his career or his karma didn't have much ego. But as he rose, and people he got associated with.
Those were 10,000. What you are born is 8,000.
Huh.
8,000.
Yes. No, sir. Those, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That those he was doing initially, his karma with Venus was not bad. But as he started rising and as he started moving up, then his karma slowly and steadily became more and more difficult to change.
Control. Yes. It could not be controlled.
Right.
See, the Lord is important. The outcome depends upon your action. And Lord is the action. Like, should I repeat that Navansh thing?
Yes, sir. Please do. Please do. Yes, sir.
See, in Navansh also, we had discussed that if the 7th house is afflicted, you can place Rahu there.
Right.
And the Lord is Saturn.
Right.
But Saturn has only benefic connection, no malefic connection, and well placed. You keep on fighting with your wife, but you will not divorce, you will not be separated. It is the Lord. You understand the difference between Lord and the house.
Yes.
That is the basic concept.
This is this concept you have been trying to teach us many a times, but this is coming out so very clear and it is gelling so well that we need to understand the difference between the house and the Lord. Sir, you had also once mentioned that the Karak also has a very beautiful role to play. Could you, if you don't mind repeating that, sir?
Oh, Karak is the beauty, if you summarize it. Karak is the beauty.
So it gives internal happiness or unhappiness.
Yes. It is not external beauty. It is the beauty of the heart. Okay. Like Jupiter is the Karak of children.
Right.
If in your horoscope, Jupiter is good.
Right, sir.
Having only benefic connection or in a benefic house, etc., your children will be faithful to you.
Right.
They will look after you.
Right.
Especially if you go to Saptamsha.
This is beautiful.
In Saptamsha, if Jupiter is only with benefics, rest assured, your child may be anything, avara outside, fighting in the total colony, but he will be truthful, faithful to you.
Please check in your charts. Please do write in your comments. And please, if you are wanting to register for our webinar, don't delay. Our webinar in Hindi is on the 7th of June and English is on the 6th of June, 10 a.m. IST. Don't delay, register now. Till we meet you again in the webinar, stay safe, stay happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.